All right, let's pause the video right here. This is the start of an abysmal first quarter for the New York Knicks defensively, especially on transition. I want everybody to watch Derek White running this floor here. This is a 40% three-point shooter, damn near. The best three-point shooter on the court right now. And I want you guys to watch how we guard him. Jaylen Brown dribbles the ball up. Derek White runs to the corner. Where is everybody? Where's the matchups? Who's matching up with who? What are we working on in practice? We have 3 New York Knicks right now staring at the ball. Jaylen Brown's going to walk to the top of the key untouched. We have Cat, Mikal, and Josh Hart staring at the ball. That's 4 New York Knicks at the top of the paint right here, staring at the ball. Derek White doesn't have a man 15 feet around him here. Same with Al Horford. Both of these guys wide open. Kick to the corner, practice shot, nylon. And that's the start of a horrible quarter for the New York Knicks defensively. All right, here we go. More poor defense from the New York Knicks. We're going to have a dribble handoff to Derek White, which is going to lead to Al Horford screening Josh Hart here. Let's pause the video. So Josh Hart, you have to fight over the screen to make sure that Derek White doesn't have a clean look here. Or, Cat, you have to show your hands, show your body, show something. Make it difficult for Derek White to operate around this screen. Instead, Josh Hart's going to go under the screen, and look at Karl-Anthony Towns standing here like a buffoon, just standing here staring at Derek White. You have to close this gap, Cat. You have to be here, not down here under the screen. You have to be in line with the screen, showing your body, showing your hands. Instead, none of these things happen. Derek White, wide open, practice shot 3, nothing but net. All right, here we go again. More poor transition defense from the New York Knicks. We have another defensive rebound. Let's see how we guard Derek White, who has 2 threes already, 6 of the 8 points. Let's see how we guard Derek White in transition here. Jaylen Brown's going to dribble it down. Jaylen Brown dribbles into the paint. We have 3 New York Knicks defenders closing on the ball right now. 3 defenders on Jaylen Brown. Look at Derek White at the half court, trotting to the three-point line unguarded. Look at this. Pause again. We have 4 New York defenders staring at the ball right now. We have Derek White walking into a practice three-pointer, walking into it. Nobody even near him. Wide open. Wide open in transition. Are you kidding me? Somebody match up, please. Somebody find this man. He has 3 threes, 9 points already. He's the only one killing us. Somebody find him. This is ridiculous. All right, now this possession isn't going to end in a three-pointer, but I want everybody to watch this defense here. So we have Peyton Pritchard, Derek White on the three-point line. 2 of the best three-point shooters on the Celtics team. I want you guys to watch how we guard this post-up. Pause it here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Every New York Knicks player on the court standing here staring at the ball. Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges should be out on Derek White, out on Peyton Pritchard. We already have defenders here. Why are we collapsing so hard on the ball in the paint? And still, even with 5 guys in the paint, it's going to end with a dump off to Kornet for a dunk or a layup. But the point here is why is Derek White wide open at the three-point line? He just hit 3 three-pointers. What is this defense? And it still ends with a wide open layup. Unbelievable defense here. All right, I have this clip slowed down just a tad here. We have Mikal Bridges picking up Derek White full court. And the Celtics love to run this play where they have Al Horford, Kornet, whoever it may be, one of their big men, standing at this three-point line, setting a screen. It's how they got Jason Tatum wide open for the lead-taking dunk a few games ago. But I just want you guys to watch Mikal Bridges get beat. And then watch Karl-Anthony Towns here. I don't know if Thibodeau, I don't know what goes on in practice. We should be looking for this every single time the screen set at the three-point line. And here, the screen doesn't even need to be set because Mikal Bridges is beat. Mikal Bridges is beat by Derek White. He's got him on the hip. He's going to blow right by him. Now, everybody watch Karl-Anthony Towns here. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to sit here, stand here, and watch the ball. Watch the ball. Cat, Kornet is not a three-point shooter. Slide your feet, get in the lane. Don't allow Derek White to go downhill. Let's slow this down even more. Instead, Karl-Anthony Towns is not going to move his feet. He's going to be late. And Derek White is going to walk into this paint. Walk into this paint for a wide open layup. Walked into the paint. Derek White is killing us. This is unbelievable. All right, so this is what happens when you let a player get hot. This is what happens after a guy hits 3 three-pointers on you, wide open. He's going to be in rhythm. He's going to be hot. Transition, Josh Hart, backpedaling, pull up, bottoms. Derek White killing us. Killing us in this first quarter. Absolutely killing us. All right, and OG Anunoby turns the ball over. So Derek White at this point has 4 threes and a layup right now. Derek White has 14 of the 18 points for the Celtics right now. And just watch how we guard him in transition. Turnover from OG Anunoby. We have to match up better. What are the Knicks doing right now in transition defense? What is going on? I want Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson. Two guys guarding the ball. We have to match up. Look at this. Derek White is going to walk into another practice three-pointer. Not a man near him. What are the Knicks doing in transition defense right now? We have two guys guarding the ball. OG's rotating over late. Wide open practice shot. We're lucky he missed it. We're lucky that was a miss. All right, here we go. Again, what are the New York Knicks doing on defense here? Mikal Bridges is going to get screened. And what are we doing? Are we switching? What's the communication between Mikal Bridges and Cat? It looks like we're switching. If not, Cat has to fight back into the paint and cut off Cornette's roll here. Instead, there's no communication. We have three New York Knicks, three white jerseys on two black. Cornette's going to have a wide open roll. Boom, kick, wide open, all day. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, let's pause this right here. So first off, Luke Cornette, nobody's worried about this guy in the three-point line. Not a single soul in TD Garden is worried about him. Mitchell Robinson is in backside help. He has your help in the paint here. So it's going to be a ball screen set on Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride, look at this gap right here. This is not a tight screen. They're not going shoulder to shoulder. Deuce McBride, get in that gap. Slide your feet. Get over the screen. Worst case scenario, OG Anunoby shows a little bit of effort, slides his feet, puts his hands up, makes it difficult for Pritchard. He's a smaller guard, and we beat him over this screen. So we don't allow a three-pointer. You know, worst case scenario, Kristaps Porzingis slips the screen, rolls to the basket. We have Mitchell Robinson in help defense, or he pops to the three-point line, and I trust OG Anunoby as a defender to get back on him as for the three-point shot. So we have to get over this screen. If not, OG Anunoby, you have to show your hands, slide your feet, get your body over there. Don't allow a wide open three. Instead, none of those things happen. None of those things happen. Deuce McBride gets caught. He goes under the screen. Look at this gap. Look at this gap. You could fit 4 of Miles McBride in this gap right here. Why not go under it, or over it, excuse me, and beat him to the spot so he doesn't get a 3? Instead, you go under it. OG, you're even further under it. Kristaps doesn't even look like he's setting a real screen. Practice wide open practice shot. Look at that gap right here. You could lay Kristaps Porzingis down and it wouldn't even cover that gap. Wide open practice shot 3, nothing but net. What is the defense? What are we doing on ball screens? What is going on with the New York Knicks? Here we go with another horrible possession for the New York Knicks. This is off of a make. Miles McBride just hit a three-pointer here. How do we match up coming down the floor? Miles McBride, why are you helping on Jaylen Brown? Why? Mikal Bridges, all he has to do is just force him to the middle of the floor. We have all of our help defense right here. He's fine. Miles McBride is supposed to be guarding Peyton Pritchard, but guess what happens because he's helping on Jaylen Brown? Swing, wide open. OG Anunoby flashes to help. Kristaps Porzingis is wide open for a 3. We're lucky this guy has AIDS and he misses a wide open 3. But offensive rebound, scramble, Hauser, catch and shoot, bottoms. Horrible defense. All because Miles McBride was not matched up with Peyton Pritchard in transition. More transition defense, or should I say lack of defense from the New York Knicks here. Drew Holiday gets the offensive rebound, and he's going to push it right down the court into the paint. Let's see how we match up. Drew Holiday dribbles into the paint. We have 1, 2, 3 New York Knicks getting back to the paint here. Mitchell Robinson, you can't just get back to space. You can't just get back to the paint. And in this case, yes, it did help us, but I just want you to look at the shooters. 1, 2, 3 shooters. Derek White has 4, 5 threes at this point, and we're leaving this guy wide open for shooting practice. Drew Holiday decides to kick it to Peyton Pritchard, swing it to the corner, wide open 3, bottoms. Horrible transition defense from the New York Knicks. What are we practicing? Okay, this is off of a make. This is off of a made basket. OG Anunoby, one of the best defenders in the league, but what the fuck are you doing here? This is backpedal. You can't just backpedal the whole time against Jaylen Brown. Let's slow this clip down a little bit here. You can't just backpedal the whole time. OG Anunoby, backpedaling. Whole time he's backpedaling, Jaylen Brown gets to walk into a three-point shot. OG Anunoby's on his back foot. Should have been and 1. Bottoms. Horrible OG Anunoby. Cannot backpedal the whole time. All right, now this is the start of 3 horrible consecutive plays that I noticed. Al Horford setting a screen on OG Anunoby. We switch it. Switching it, that's fine. I'm okay with switching against this team. It's worked out for us in the past. I like switching. So we switch the first screen. Here comes the second one from Derek White. Are we switching it? I think we should. What happens? Screen comes. Deuce McBride flashes to the ball. Mitchell Robinson stays on the ball. Derek White, who has 5 threes right now, is going to flash. Wide open practice shot for Derek White. What is that defense on the screen there? What are the New York Knicks doing? All right, this time we have an off-ball screen here. We have Derek White setting a screen on Josh Hart. And what do we do here? Does Josh Hart fight over the top of it? Does he chase Jaylen Brown over the screen? What are you doing, Josh Hart? Why are you running Clank right into the screen? Are we not calling it out, Miles McBride? Are you not saying screen, screen, screen? Or what? Is there no communication? Josh Hart goes Clank, arms tangled up with Derek White. Wide open three-pointer for Jaylen Brown. All right, here we go again. Are we switching? I think we are. I think we should. First screen comes, we switch it. Beautiful. That's fine. I'm okay with that. No, Mitchell Robinson even gets a piece of the ball. What happens here, though? We have another screen that comes to be set on Jaylen Brown. Now, what happens here? Are we switching it? Mikal Bridges, get up. Get up. Get right here. You have to be sliding your feet, blocking off the lane, contesting Jaylen Brown. Are we switching it again? That's what we just did on the screen to get Mitchell Robinson on Jaylen Brown. Are we switching? That's what I believe is happening. You have to communicate here. What's happening? Jaylen Brown comes around this screen. Mitchell Robinson's behind it. Mikel's nowhere to be found. It's a wide open pull-up jump shot. Wide open practice jump shot for Jaylen Brown. Unreal. That's 3 possessions in a row that I have no idea what the New York Knicks are doing defensively on screens. Unbelievable. Here we go with more transition defense from the New York Knicks, or should I say the lack of transition defense. Jaylen Brown's going to bring this ball up. It looks like Jalen Brunson's matching up with him. Okay, fine. Josh Hart comes over to help. We now have 2 guys on the ball. Guess what? What's better than 2? 3 defenders. OG Anunoby. We have 3 defenders on Jaylen Brown right now. That leaves, guess what? Guess who? The 2 best shooters on the team wide open. And Al Horford here. That's 3 Celtics players who shoot the 3 ball wide open on the perimeter. Kick, wide open. Lucky he missed that shot. All right, now this one's fast. It's off of a make again. The New York Knicks have to match up. We have to find Derek White. At this point, Derek White is killing us. Derek White is absolutely murdering us with 3-pointers. Guess what happens off of a make here? Guess who we don't match up with? Wide open practice shot 3-pointer. What are we doing? What is it? This is off of a make. Off of a make. Why do we have 2 guys on Al Horford? Derek White's going to trot to the 3-point line. Practice shot, warm-up 3-pointer. What is this defense? How many times does he have to kill us from the 3-point line? All right, here we go. More poor transition defense from the New York Knicks. What are we practicing? At this point, it's the 3rd quarter. We know who's killing us. Derek White has 6 3-pointers at this point. And guess who we decide to leave wide open at the 3-point line? First off, Cat. Why are we backpedaling to the paint? Why is Karl-Anthony Towns in the paint? Guarding nobody. Second off, Josh Hart. Don't leave your goddamn feet. Guess what happens? Cat's in no man's land. Josh Hart leaves his feet. Oh, Derek White trots to the 3-point line for another wide open practice 3-pointer. Nobody around him. What is this defense? That's 7. How many does he have to hit? How many? How many threes does it take until the New York Knicks start playing defense? Here we go again. More transition defense, or should I say the lack of transition defense from the New York Knicks. Here we go. Josh Hart pointing to Derek White. I don't know if he's saying, OG Anunoby, take him. I don't know what Josh Hart is saying here. We have 2 guys on Jaylen Brown in the paint. Josh Hart's going to get screened. Nobody on Derek White. 3 free throws. We have to match up better. What is the communication? What are these matchups? How many times do we have to leave this guy wide open? Yeah, Tibbs. I don't know what the fuck's going on either, man. All right, here we go. We have a ball screen. And this time, Karl-Anthony Towns plays somewhat decent defense here. He slides his feet, and he's going to make it a problem for Jaylen Brown getting down in this lane. Great defense from Cat. The problem here is Josh Hart. Josh Hart is going to bail these Celtics out. Jaylen Brown tries to go downhill. Cat and OG Anunoby are right there. Great defense. Josh Hart is coming down, doing nothing, might I add. Josh Hart is not contesting. He's nowhere to be. He's not doing a single thing. Karl-Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby had this completely locked up. Instead, Josh Hart bails them out, leaves an amazing 3-point shooter, Peyton Pritchard, Wide open in the corner. Guess what happens? Should have been an and one. Nylon. Unbelievable. A more poor transition defense from the New York Knicks here. Horrible defense. So Jaylen Brown is gonna cut. Jalen Brunson is signaling to Mikal that we're gonna switch here. Drew Holiday notices that and blows right by Jalen Brunson. He's not in position. He's not in front of Drew Holiday. Both Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson are gonna follow him, leaving Jaylen Brown wide open at the three-point line. At this point, Brunson just rotate up top. But instead, nope. Down by the block, down by this bottom area. Swing to Jaylen Brown, wide open. Now look at this. We have Payton Pritchard wide open. We have Derek White wide open. You know, honestly, I don't know why Pritchard shot this. Derek White has 7-8 threes right now. Could have kicked it to the corner for a wide open three. Everyone's wide the fuck open. We're lucky this was a miss. Horrible defense from the New York Knicks. Horrible. All right, here we go. More poor screen defense from the New York Knicks here. I think we should switch everything. But Sam Hauser's going to come and set a ghost screen on Josh Hart, meaning he's not even going to set a screen. He's just going to flash to the left wing here. If we're switching, Josh Hart should be right with Sam Hauser the whole way. Here comes the ghost screen. Josh Hart staring at Payton Pritchard while OG Anunoby goes to switch on it. Josh Hart just staring at him. Now you're late to help on Sam Hauser, and it's a wide open practice shot three-pointer again. The transition defense and the screen defense is horrible. Horrible from the New York Knicks. Here we go. More poor transition defense. More poor screen defense. I want you to watch the top of the screen here. Not even a screen is set, to be honest. Mikal Bridges just gets juked the fuck out by Payton Pritchard here. I don't know why you're chasing him to the hash. Oh, turn your head. There goes Payton Pritchard. And now Karl-Anthony Towns. What are you doing? This is the second or third time I've seen Karl-Anthony Towns just act like a buffoon and stare at the player. The ball's going to be swung to Payton Pritchard. Karl-Anthony Towns, step up. Put your hands up. Show something. Mikal Bridges, fight over the top of this. Fight over the top. Cat, get a hand up. Somebody contest this three-pointer. Nobody's doing anything. Mikal, you go under the screen. You go under the screen on a shooter. Cat is still in the same position that he was 3 frames ago. He hasn't moved. His hands are down by his side. And Payton Pritchard gets a wide open, uncontested three-pointer. We're lucky that he missed. Horrible defense. All right, here we go. So with the Celtics, everybody on the court's a threat. Every single person here can shoot the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all three-point shooters. You cannot leave the Celtics wide open on the perimeter. That's how they're going to beat you. They chuck up threes. You cannot leave your man. Payton Pritchard's going to drive into the paint, and Cat does a great job sliding his feet, cutting him off. Karl-Anthony Towns is fine here. Payton Pritchard's 6 feet. Cat's 6'11". That's a 1 foot height difference. I'll take our chances with Karl-Anthony Towns in the paint against Payton Pritchard. Instead, Mitchell Robinson is going to turn his back, drop down in the paint for who knows why, to swipe at the ball and gamble. Why are we gambling in this situation? Karl-Anthony Towns is in perfect position, cut him off perfectly, but Mitchell Robinson ruins it because he reaches in and gambles. Al Horford wide open on the three-point line, catch and shoot, practice shot. How many do they have to hit? Now, this right here is just unacceptable. This is Jalen Brunson, the captain, and Karl-Anthony Towns, the second best player on the team. There should be no errors here on this. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to get screened. And they just look clueless. They look clueless. Are we switching? Are we not switching? This whole video I've been saying we should just switch everything. Instead, there's zero communication. Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson have no idea what's going on. They're both going to flash to Sam Hauser, leave Drew Holiday wide open, warm up, practice three-point shot. Unbelievable and unacceptable from the captain and Karl-Anthony Towns. That should never happen. At this point, the game's pretty much over. There's 5 minutes left, but still, the effort is just unbelievably bad. Mikal Bridges, everybody watch Mikal Bridges' head right now. He is staring at the ball. Ready? Staring at the ball. Staring at the ball. Staring at the ball. Staring at the ball. Payton Pritchard, still staring at the ball. You're still looking at the ball. Has no idea where Payton Pritchard is. Guess what? Wide open. Mikal Bridges just now realizes, oh shit, my man's wide open at the three-point line. Too late. Wide open. Nobody within 10 feet of him. Practice shot three-pointer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, this is just a great play from the Celtics, taking advantage of the slow communication from the New York Knicks. Jrue Holiday is going to cut into the paint here, and Josh Hart is going to tell Mikal Bridges to switch onto him. So meaning Josh Hart has to be glued onto Payton Pritchard. Instead, we switch way too late. Payton Pritchard is already flashing to the top. Josh Hart's back is turned to him, has no idea what's going on, goes clank right into the screen, tries to get around it, too late, wide open, practice shot. Lucky he missed. All right, I have this clip slowed down right now so we can watch it a little bit easier. Deuce McBride does an amazing job switching on this initial ball screen. So now Mikal Bridges is on Payton Pritchard. Deuce McBride's going to flash up, prevent that curl three-point shot from Derek White. But now it's the second part of the action here. Kornet is not a three-point shooter. The Boston Celtics leave Josh Hart wide open on the perimeter. They leave Mitchell Robinson wide open on the perimeter. Why can't we leave Kornet wide open on the perimeter? I haven't seen this guy shoot a jump shot, let alone anything outside of this paint area right where I'm circling. Instead, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to treat Kornet like a threat. We're going to get lazy on this back cut. Cat, you should be seeing this back cut all damn day. All damn day. You should be guarding this back cut, Cat. Fuck Kornet. Leave him wide open. Why are we still on Kornet? Guard the back cut. Guard the back cut. It's wide open, man. Horrible defense, horrible communication, unbelievable. All right, here we go. This is going to be the last play that I show tonight from this horrible defensive outing from the New York Knicks. Josh Hart right now is signaling to Mikal Bridges to switch the screen, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what he's telling him to do right now. So Mikal Bridges should take Jrue Holiday. Josh Hart's right here on Derek White. Possibly that's what's being said. Instead, Mikal Bridges is playing fucking tummy twisters with Derek White, staying right on him. Josh Hart believes that there's a switch happening. It's not happening. Jrue Holiday's going to come off this screen. Josh Hart's going to throw his hands in the air. He doesn't know why Mikal Bridges didn't switch. Poor communication, a wide open three. The New York Knicks have no idea what they're doing with screens. No idea what we're doing in transition defense. Just absolutely horrible. Derek White killed us on the three-point line. Screens killed us all over the game. Ball screens. Off-ball screens. Nobody knows if we're switching. We're sometimes switching. We're hedging. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Just a horrible defensive outing from the New York Knicks.